Hello, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today, I'm going to be watching Scary Movie 5, the movie nobody wants to see by the guys who probably didn't want to make it. You can tell I'm not excited. To be honest, I was more excited for Oz the Great and Powerful. Mostly because I thought, at least it would make an entertaining review for you guys, but I think this one's just gonna be mostly sad. Just giving you a heads up. So, let me give you a little bit of a thing here. What I thought of the other movies. I might have mentioned it a little in my haunted house review, but this is gonna be a full one. Scary Movie 1 and 2, I both love them, alright? Now, I don't know. To me, they seem like pretty clever satires. There's a lot of jokes in there that I like, and it just seems pretty clever. I honestly can't tell which one I like the best out of those two. And those are the two that the Wayans brothers made. Now, Haunted House, the movie I gave a good review to, it didn't get much critical acclaim, but yeah, and you know what? After seeing some other reviews, I can definitely see why, and it's made me think about the whole thing, and I realized, undeniably, I did have a good time at that thing. I had a good time watching the movie. There's something about the Wayans brothers that honestly just makes me laugh. And that's something that the third, fourth, and fifth are completely missing, so there's very little to enjoy. The third one, it was tolerable for me. There was a few moments when I actually, laughed, and it wasn't just, some stupid joke a 5-year-old wrote. And then the fourth one just completely dropped the bomb, I think. It just was entirely dissolved into pop culture references, and just like, oh look, there's Paris Hilton. We blew up Paris Hilton. It doesn't make any sense in the context. It's not clever. It's just, oh, I recognize that. That means it's funny. Man. As I said, there's a lot of instances of that in Haunted House as well, but I don't know. I just find the Wayans brothers funny. This movie doesn't even have that quality. It doesn't even have that weird Marlon Wayans touch. It has nothing going for it. Well, except for Charlie Sheen, but I don't think he even plays a big part. And even then, I don't find Charlie Sheen as funny as the Wayans brothers, honestly. I don't know, I liked him on Two and a Half Men, but, I don't know, he's not that funny in, the other scary movies. Except that one bit in Scary Movie 4 was kind of funny, but, that's not much at all. Honestly, I think I'm just going to have a terrible time at this movie. I think I'm going to return, and I'm going to just be depressed at this is what's become of my favorite franchise. Well, not my favorite franchise, that is a terrible thing to say, but, to see what's become of the Scary Movie franchise, I suppose. I'm, seriously, why was this made? I heard that it was made so it would undermine, Marlon Wayans' Haunted House, but everyone's forgotten about that by now. In fact, all you're doing is really reminding them of it by bringing out this movie, so that backfired a little. Plus, who cares? I mean, honestly, Scary Movie 4, not many people like it. Why did you decide to make a fifth one? I really don't see that as being a very good reason just to undermine Marlon Wayans. You're like, oh, he's gonna be big? Not really. He's liked by a small audience. I happen to be a part of that small audience, but come on. that's like releasing a film because you think Rob Schneider's new flick is going to undermine you. You're like, if Rob Schneider has the potential to undermine you, that's sad. Just like this, like, if Marlon Wayans' comedy, like, I like him personally, but if his comedy is enough to undermine you, then that is really sad, honestly. So, so yeah, I'll see you guys after the movie's over. Wish me luck. Oz the Great and Powerful, I'm sorry. Warm Bodies, I'm sorry. Men in Black 3 and Madagascar 3, I am so very sorry. For I have clearly forgotten how bad a movie can be. This movie sounds like it was written by a 6-year-old. Someone who maybe watched the trailers for all these movies. And was just like, hey, I can make a movie out of this. And he wrote some silly little script that his mom would put on his refrigerator, but for some reason the people who made this movie were like, wow, that's a great idea. Let's make this a feature film. I'm not sure how you could. I don't think you could make something this bad on purpose. I don't. It 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 fails the basic flaws of comedic of a comedy film. Like, even I understand these things. You've seen my videos, they're not exactly top-notch. I understand this simple rule: don't add too many damn jokes into one section of something, because then it just becomes kind of stupid. You know? It it just sounds like you're too desperate for attention. I understand this. And this this movie that actually got released into theaters, it doesn't understand this rule. It tries to parody so many damn movies that it effectively parodies none. Like, what do we got in there? We got Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's mostly a mama parody. We got Inception, Black Swan, Cabin in the Woods. Um, this one impressed me a little, honestly. It was a Evil Dead. It actually had a Evil Dead section in there. It's honestly a little bit impressive that way. Just the fact that they managed to parody a movie that's been out for a week or two. It was terrible, but you know, it happened. Then again, most of the things they parodied were in the trailers, so maybe they put that in a month or two ago. Uh, if you notice, half of those movies weren't even horror movies. This isn't a scary movie. Scary Movie was called Scary Movie because it was satirizing a scary movie. And, uh, oh my god. Let me give you an example of why I think Scary Movie 1 is better. Like, anyone would agree with me that Scary Movie 1 is better than this. But, like, here's an example. This is Scary Movie parodying a scene, like a scene where a girl's leaving her house trying to escape a serial killer, right? That's happened in many different horror movies. Like, you know, this is the scene. She runs over, she sees all these weapons, and they're like handguns and stuff, and she grabs the banana. That's kind of funny. Like, why would she grab a banana? It's parodying the fact that people are kind of stupid in those movies. like, she grabs a banana, she goes outside, there's a sign that says certain death and safety, she runs the certain death route, and then when she's running, like, her clothes get torn off and the freaking sprinklers come on. That's a satire right there. That's satirizing the fact that women lose their clothes a lot in those movies, and they're made to be really stupid and stuff. That's kind of a clever satire right there. Here's this movie trying to satirize Mama. Um, uh, the kids, they bring the kids back to their house, and let's see, they bring the kids back to their house, and the kids are acting all strange and stuff. So the woman's like, I need to get inside I wish I knew what you were thinking, what's inside your dreams. And then they go into this random Inception parody, and, like, it goes on for like 15 minutes. It leads nowhere. It's not that funny. I just don't understand how you can make a movie be this bad, even on purpose. I kind of wish somebody was recording my reaction, because this is basically how I looked during the entire movie. Like, I was almost in pain. I honestly, seriously considered walking out. About halfway through the movie, I was like, dude, I really want to walk out. Now, if you know me, I have never, ever even considered walking out on a film, but I was going to. I honestly would. The only thing that stopped me is the fact that I have this show and I have an obligation to watch it and tell you just how bad it is. Other than that, I would have totally left. I did not want to stay and watch this crap. Honestly, there are so many points where I just threw up my hands, like what was that? What was that? Was that supposed to be funny? Like, oh no, that fat lady fell down? Is that funny now? That's not funny, and there's no context there. Like, it's just there's one thing, like, they have this pool sweeper thing, like the thing that goes around cleaning the pool, that thing with the hose, and then I don't even know what the heck this was satirizing, but it got out of the pool, and then a bunch of other pool sweepers came in, and they had like this party, and then vacuum cleaners, and then the backyard was trashed, and what the heck is that even satirizing? Like, what? How is this funny? This is just weird. This is like something in a drug-induced nightmare would come up with. Actually, a drug-induced nightmare would be kind of funnier, I think. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever had such a bad time in a movie theater. I mean, I've seen the other movies that the creators of Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5 have made, like epic movies, superhero movie. Honestly, this is the worst one of those I've ever seen. I mean, I thought superhero movie was alright. Not that good. Sorry, I thought I heard something. The epic movie, when I look back at it now, it's pretty dumb. Like, all those pop culture references and stuff. And there's a lot of scenes that are kind of painful and stuff. This is by far the worst one of those I have ever seen. And I hope this kills their enterprise. Honestly. So who do I recommend this movie to? Masochists. Masochists. Just people who want to hurt themselves. Or except maybe the dumbasses who were sitting next to me. Like, there was some preteen girls, like a few chairs away from me, who were laughing at every stupid joke and actually clapped at the end. Nobody else did, but they did. They were like, "Yay, movie!" I considered tearing my chair out from the floorboards and beating them to death with it. But then I figured, since I'm an adult now, I'm 18, I'd get tried as an adult, and, I might get sent to jail for life for brutally murdering them. Then again, if I show the judge the movie and explain that I was sent into a rage because they were applauding this thing, maybe he'd go a little easy on me, but still, it wouldn't be very good. Just like this. I just don't understand how a movie like this can be made. I just don't understand it. I don't see who would have a fun time watching it. I don't see who would have a fun time making it. Honestly. Like, it's just so stupid. So bad. I mean, you know what? I'm honestly not that good a director. I know this. You've seen my videos. They're not top-notch. They're not very well shot. I'm not at any time planning on making a full-length movie, and, you know, I'm not like, oh, I'm the greatest director ever. Yeah, I know. But even if I was like, yeah, I'm the best director ever, even if somebody hired me on to direct some movie, you know, I've never directed like a legit movie ever, even if somebody handled me on to direct a movie, I think I could still make a better movie than this. Yeah. I'm not being like, oh, I could make a better movie. No. I'm saying even I could make a better movie. I just don't understand. At all. Why did I watch this? I mean, I know for you guys, yeah, but why? Besides that, why? What's the reason? Why was this made? Does the world hate humanity? Like, do these people just hate the human race? This is the line that describes it that describes the movie in the movie. It's called "This is bullshit." Like some guy says that. Yes, yes, it is. Like this is at the end of the movie too, when he's talking about something that just happened. Yes, yes, it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, all those movies I mentioned before, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was so mean to you guys. I'm sorry I ranted so much on you, Oz. You're not as bad as this. You're nowhere near as bad as this. I had lost touch in how bad a movie could get. Believe it or not, though, this is still not the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Yes, all those of you who probably just lean back like that. Yeah, this isn't the worst movie I have ever seen in my life. I can't honestly say that. You know why? There's a worse one. There is. Chadwick Jones is going to see it sometime. And until then, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dire Situation. Please, do not watch this movie. Do not even let them break even. Let this movie die, and let any kind of thought of a Scary Movie 6 just get shoved down the toilet. Please.